weather warnings have been lifted in parts of Queensland after a 24-hour battering caused flash flooding and closed roads. Some areas had more than 100 millimeters of rain, mostly around the Sunshine Coast. Drivers were told to heed warnings of not driving on flooded roads, but some even removed barriers to get through, without replacing them. Read more. There is just no help. Anger as river nears 100-year peak. There were multiple flood rescues as rural roads went under right across the state's southeast, swallowed by swollen catchments near Biggendon and in Tyro. Queensland police warned they would impose penalties on drivers who continue to shun warnings. For those people that ignore road closed signs that are driving into flooded areas, what we will be doing is issuing infringement notices to those people, Acting Chief Superintendent Christopher Stream said. Some locals in Currumbin, on the Gold Coast, also ignored warnings and waded into ferocious flood waters. Beaches will remain closed with 5-meter swells. In the Brisbane suburb of Newmarket, 20,000 sandbags were handed out to residents, but were yet to be needed. Residents in Goondiwindi, on the NSW border, were still anxiously watching the McIntyre River, which is set to peak tomorrow at 10 meters. Police and Emergency Services Minister Mark Ryan warned rain would hang around. This is the beginning of an intense heavy weather system, he said. Read more. NSW and Queensland brace for another flood emergency as wild weather bears down. Residents should plan ahead for the extreme weather conditions forecast to last through the summer months, he warned. Ryan said there had been proactive releases at a number of dams across southeast Queensland. The dams are operating as intended, they are holding up, he said. Read more. Man charged with murder after Queensland teen's body found in bushland. Ryan said dam releases had totaled 400 cubic meters of water compared with the 3,000 cubic meters released during storms earlier this year. Queensland authorities said there had been 167 requests for help, including a water rescue, so far this weekend. Read more. $750,000 reward for information about 1993 murder of NSW teen. Residents can find the latest emergency alerts through the Queensland Fire and Emergency Services, and weather warnings are on the Bureau of Meteorology website.